Spitzel.
What is up, YouTube? What is up, family? We have another request. We got some more Polish food to check out. I did a Polish food video, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago on the other channel that got, hijacked. They're working on it. It'll come back soon. But they're taking their time, but whatever. And a lot of people were like, you know what? Those are not the best foods in Poland. A lot of you said that. They were like, no. Let's at least 4 or 5 of those dishes were nonsense. You'd be like, I can't believe they didn't mention this food. I can't believe they didn't mention it. So maybe in this video, Polish food in Krakow, Krakow's first ever fast food and traditional Polish milk bar. Well, this should be interesting. So, I don't know. Hopefully this will have the foods that you guys were not happy about that the other video missed. Let's see. I'm hungry, so this is not going to be a good idea for me. But I don't care. Let's go.
Today we're in Krakow, Poland, and we're here to get to the heart of the food culture in this incredible ancient city.
We wanted to come to Poland in the winter time because the cuisine is so rich, hearty, it's very meat heavy. We've been eating our way all around Krakow to find...
Okay. See, I'm down. I'm down with all this food right here. I'm down.
And some really special Polish foods to share with you.
This series is going to be made up of a number of videos covering street food, market food, restaurant food, all the absolute classic Polish dishes you can find here in Krakow.
Let's go.
In this video, we're sharing with you traditional Polish food from Krakow's most beloved local restaurants.
Oh my.
We take you to Krakow's first ever fast food joint for the city's favorite street food, into one of Poland's fastest appearing milk bars, former state-run diners, for a hearty traditional meal, and share with you a gigantic Polish pork knuckle from a popular neighborhood restaurant. You don't want to miss this video. Get ready for some mouth-watering food.
I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sheena, and we're chasing a plate.
We hope you're hungry. Let's eat.
I'm hungry. I'm always hungry.
We're starting this video in the heart of Krakow Old Town, which is absolutely stunning. This square that we're in is known as one of the oldest medieval squares in Europe. I mean, that building there, which is the old fabric market, cloth market, that was modernized in 1874. I mean, that's how old stuff is around here.
And it looks, I mean, look at it. It looks like it was built last week. Look in the shape that it is. See what happens when you take care of your stuff. Look, beautiful.
So we're heading for our first food, and actually snow has just started coming down while I'm talking. So I think we're going to get down this little side street and get to our first hot food.
You guys get a lot of snow? Like a lot of snow? Like a typical snowstorm? Is it a couple inches or is it like a couple feet? Let me know.
Krakow is the perfect city to explore by foot. It's so charming to wander around. So you've got these cobblestone streets in the old city. You're surrounded by stunning architecture. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, our first stop is actually just up ahead. We're here to eat one of the most popular street foods in Poland. It's called a zapiekanka. It's essentially an open-faced sandwich loaded with toppings. And this place that we're going to is the original shop that invented this street food. So let's pop in and grab one. This is a tiny little hole-in-the-wall shop.
It really is tiny.
Been
And that's where you find the best food usually.
open since 1980, and they just sell the one thing, the zapiekanka. They're actually already pre-made, and all she did was she grabbed it and popped it in the oven. It's in the oven right now, toasting up. We ordered the original, so that's the mushrooms and cheese version. I can't wait to try this. It has a really interesting history. Whoa, pyszna.
What's that, ketchup? Please tell me that's not ketchup.
Dziękuję. Whoa, I'm so excited to eat this. Check it out. How good does this zapiekanka look? So it's essentially half a baguette, a very crusty baguette, and then it is loaded with sliced mushrooms, topped with cheese, which is just melted into this gooey mess, and then she drizzled ketchup or tomato
it is this ketchup
sauce over.
Nah, man, I'm sorry. No, I'm not down with this one. I'm not crazy about mushrooms, first of all, but that's like a vegetarian sandwich. You know what I mean? I'm not down with that. Where's the meat? Where's the steak? Where's the beef? Where's the beef? I don't know. No beef? Okay, it's okay. Some people will enjoy it, but ketchup, man, ketchup with mushrooms? I don't know, man. I don't know about this one.
Over the top, and holy moly, it looks so good. I'm actually going to take a bite from this end right here where there's heaps of mushrooms and melted cheese.
I mean, it's cheese and mushrooms. How amazing can it taste? It's just mushrooms and cheese. Woman. They make special mushrooms, special cheese.
That is so good. So pyszne. Dziękuję. Wow, that is delicious. I'm loving the mushrooms and cheese combo. So that is the traditional combination. There's a really long mushroom picking tradition in Poland. They're one of the biggest exporters of mushrooms in
Maybe the mushrooms are delicious. I don't know.
Europe, and so mushrooms make up a huge part of the cuisine here. And holy moly. They're sliced super thin and have tons of flavor. That cheese is beautiful. It's just very oozy. It's got a lot of flavor. I think it might be Gouda. And then that
I was wondering what kind of cheese.
tomato sauce. It's just super simple,
Gouda,
but
okay.
perfect. And that bread is so crusty. I'm so stoked that we came to the original zapiekanka shop. So this shop opened in 1980, just as communism was starting to fall in Poland. And it was the first fast food shop in Krakow because at that time it was against the law to sell American style food. And eating these sandwiches was a way to fight the regime, and it became a symbol of freedom.
That's not a bad price though. $2.20. That's a good price.
The zapiekanka. This is fantastic. I'm really enjoying it.
Wow, what a start to this video. That was amazing, and I love that we went to the original shop. So this is the place that invented that sandwich, and it is a sandwich that you'll find all over the city. So it's a very common street food and a very common sandwich, but that is the original shop, and I love how understated it is. So even though we're in the heart of the old town here, which is a very busy part of town, a lot of tourists as well, that is very undercover. There's no pictures, no real signage as to what it is except that name in Polish on the top.
Oh, trust me, the locals know exactly what his store is.
So if you didn't know what that was, you would have no idea what that place was serving, and it is the original place to get that. So a great way to start.
It's just mushrooms though, and cheese. Just mushroom and cheese. I'm confused. The original. So what? The people after that got different mushrooms and different cheese? Oh yeah.
We've left the old town. You can see how the architecture has changed around us. So no more of those medieval buildings. I'm really excited about our next spot. We're taking you to a bar Mleczne, which is a milk bar. And these are essentially cafeteria style restaurants that serve really simple, hearty, affordable meals. And these used to be state subsidized diners. And at the height of communism, there were about 40,000 of these around Poland. Now there are only about 150. This one that we're going to, which is just up ahead, we've just arrived, is a real locals favorite. I'm getting really excited about tucking into some really hearty food because it's super cold today.
I don't like cold.
Oh my gosh, this place is awesome. It's very nostalgic. So it's got a whole red and white theme going on, tiled floors.
Looks like a 1950s milkshake place.
A plastic table.
Ice cream parlor. That's what I was trying to say. Milkshake place. Ice cream parlor. That's what it looks like.
Across, it's very quiet in here, but everyone is tucking into some.
See, now we're talking about food, people. I don't care about no mushrooms on some bread. Now we are talking about some food. Veal? I bet you it's veal.
Really good looking meals. So we ordered up
Or chicken.
a ton of food because we're super hungry. Really traditional Polish dishes.
Yeah.
This milk bar has a great feeling about it. It's
Now that's not nice. Why would somebody put that on a beautiful wall like that? What? Somebody needs to get smacked for doing that. Right? Mm-hmm. You guys don't like that either, right?
really traditional Polish dishes. This milk bar has a great feeling about it. It's very simple, basic. It's self-service, so you go up to the counter, you put in your order, they call out your dish, so you go up to the counter and pick it up. And it's got a great feeling about it. It feels like you've stepped back in time, and it's neat that you can come to Krakow and still experience this tradition. It's packed out with locals, so a ton of people tucking into some really great look.
Oh yeah, we got some sauerkraut, mashed potatoes, and I'm gonna say veal. I'm going with veal.
Food.
And a delicious soup.
We ordered up a real feast, so real classic Polish dishes. This here is the soup, which is kapuzniak, so it's a sauerkraut soup, and you can see how thick it is. It is packed full of vegetables.
Wow.
This here is a dish that is very popular in Poland. It's called cutlet mielony, and it's essentially a minced meat breaded cutlet.
Oh, that's minced meat. I'm down with that.
Then we've got 2 scoops of mash and then also some sauerkraut on the side. And this here is a pork schnitzel.
A pork chop. That's what it was? A pork chop. Okay.
And it comes with the same mashed potato and sauerkraut. And we're washing it all down with compote, which is essentially a stewed fruit water. I'm not sure what flavour this is, but this is going to go down a treat.
How good does this soup look? It looks super hearty. It's full of potatoes. I can see chunks of carrot, and you've got that
On a cold day?
bits of cabbage in there, so there's sauerkraut all through that. Oh, that's so good. Oh. I got more of the cabbage that time. Oh, that is so hearty. So nice and piping hot. The potatoes just gives it a solid edge, and the sauerkraut, so you've got tanginess of the cabbage in there.
Getting hungry.
Super hearty. It's so nice coming in out of the snow and the cold weather and eating something like that.
Yes.
Wow. We'll get a spoonful with as much sauerkraut as possible. So fermented cabbage, and that's why it's got that real tanginess to the soup. Oh, that is so delicious. It's really well salted as well. So, it's
I get the feeling this guy really likes his soup.
absolutely packed with flavour. I love that soup, and oh man, having a soup in this weather is perfect. And now onto this cutlet, which you can see starts with a huge pile of the sauerkraut. So what's in the soup? So this cabbage, fermented cabbage. It's got a few little bits of carrot in there, and looks like some caraway seeds. So the little dark seeds that are in there. So a big pile of kraut. You've got 2 big piles of mash with some fennel just cut over the top. So just a little bit of fennel on there, and then this
I want to see what that looks like. Cut that thing in half.
Golden that looks, all nice and breaded.
Cut it in half.
Really golden. Let's cut into this cutlet and check it out inside. Oh, look at that. Now we weren't sure what meat this was going to be, so that's a
minced meat.
Pork cutlet, so you can see pork and a few little onions in there as well.
That's going to be good.
Cutlet,
That's going to be good.
So good, so we'll get a big chunk. I think the go here is combo, so getting that bit of that cutlet, a lot of that potato, and
you got a big mouth. You're going to stick all that in there.
and the kraut.
Okay. Oh, you see, notice how they cut out of there. They were like, oh, damn, that's too much.
All in one.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh boy, this guy really likes his food.
Oh, again, this is what it's all about with this cold weather. The snow is pouring down at the moment, and this hot, hearty food. Oh, that cutlet is so juicy, the pork meat. I'm diving in for more because it's very good. It's super juicy. Oh. I love how it's crunchy on the outside, the cutlet, and then the The meat is very juicy still, hasn't dried out at all. Again, incredibly well seasoned.
That does look delicious. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That does look delicious.
So it's got a lot of flavor coming out. They've pulled the flavor out of the meat and the onions, a great sweetness from the onions. The potato, I mean, mashed potato with this type of meal is a match made in heaven. So they go together like,
I agree.
Just absolutely like bread and butter. Like, could not be better.
I agree.
And then the sauerkraut is very, very tangy. So you've got sort of three distinct things going on: the creamy potato, the nice juicy salty meat, and an incredibly tangy sauerkraut. It goes together so well. And let's have this compote that goes with the meal. Oh, there's a whole lot of berries in the bottom that I've just seen. Oh wow, it looks like it might be
You better hope those you better hope those berries. You better hope those berries. They look like little aliens. Just saying. Look, you see the little see the two eyes right here? See, that's a little baby alien. You better hope they're berries, buddy. Just saying. I'm just saying.
maybe blueberries, very hard to tell. Oh, just a nice sweet fruit juice. So very simple and goes really well with the food. Oh, and I'll see what those berries are when I get down there and I can see them properly. It's a bit dark, so I can't see them properly. How is this environment as well? I mean, even these plastic flowers on the table, it's red and white tablecloth. Just locals coming in, enjoying this food, and I can see why, because man, the food is absolutely perfect. And this environment is special because it's so rare now when you've gone from having so many of these 40,000 restaurants down to 150. It's almost extinct, this type of eating. So it's really neat to be able to have this very traditional.
That does look. This is like going not to a restaurant, but like going to your mother's house and say, "Hey, Ma, can you make a dish for me real quick?" Because I mean, that is homemade food right there. This woman behind the counter, she is not freezing this food. I guarantee you that. It's not frozen in a big freezer and then she like nukes it in the microwave. This is freshly made every day, guaranteed, and that's why it's delicious.
Meal in this environment.
Yep.
I love it.
Let's crack into this schnitzel, so golden crusty crumb on the outside. I believe it's a pork schnitzel. Look at that. Okay, combo it up like Thomas did as well, so tons of that mash and sauerkraut. That's beautiful. The crumb is very crispy and crunchy, very dry, so not oily at all. And the schnitzel, the pork schnitzel, is very thin.
That I'm not gonna lie, that breaded, this is cooked to perfection.
Pounded super thin. Oh, this is amazing. I really love how it's very affordable as well. So this is pretty much the most affordable
that's what I want to know.
Restaurant style food you can find in Krakow, and it totally hits the spot.
But what'd you pay?
I've got to the bottom of the compote now, and yes, blueberries. So it's packed with.
Oh, they were blueberries? Oh, okay.
Blueberries. So this is essentially just stewed fruit water, I guess is a good way to say it. So it's sugar and fruit, and they stew that fruit to get this drink. But I love how they've kept all those blueberries in there. Oh, packed with flavor too. Oh, those are delicious. That was a very good drink.
So at these milk bars, it's clean up after yourself. So you take your dirty dishes to the cleanup.
Oh, there you go. Get the hell out of here. Everything they just, wait a minute. Everything they just ate, the total is $9.70? Damn. That's fantastic.
Window. Dziękuję. That was such a great meal. Oh my gosh, and now the snow has stopped. It's blue sky again. Our tummies are full. We're ready for the next food. It's just gone 5 o'clock. It gets dark really early here. And
5 o'clock? Well, yeah, no, it gets early. It gets dark here at like 4:30. Yeah, during winter.
In the winter time, but we're setting out for an early dinner because we've heard that this local family restaurant gets filled up really quickly. We're going for a massive meat feast, so a lot of traditional Polish food, but very meat heavy. I can't wait to get into it.
Oh boy, show me.
We're just coming up to the restaurant here. Their mascot might give you an idea of what we're about to eat. Let's head inside.
Oh, Piggy. Piggy gonna eat a lot of pig.
We just sat down at the last table. We're super lucky to get a spot. And this is such a cute little restaurant. So all wooden tables. There's some really lovely black and white photos on the wall. And we've just ordered a couple of beers. Now this restaurant specializes in golonka, which are pork knuckles. And we ordered a roasted pork knuckle. It's going to be a behemoth.
Oh, this is the one in the oven.
The owner said it's 1.2 kilos worth, and I can see it actually being popped into the oven right now. It's going to be roasted in a wood-fired oven.
Wow, the taste on that is going to be nuts. Wow.
Wow, the oven is amazing. I've just been up there watching the pork knuckle going into the oven. Oh, here it comes. Wow. Oh, look at this. Dziękuję. Wow. This is a giant pork knuckle, which I've just watched go in the oven. So he moves it
That's a knuckle?
slowly under this huge flame in the very large brick oven. And the crackle on that skin just started popping instantly, and he just spun it around so that crackle is all around it. And look at this thing on the board. So a giant pork knuckle with the cutlery sticking out of it. We've got two huge pickles here. We've got some horseradish, we've got some mustard, and then some nice crusty bread to go with this.
The size of this golonka is unreal. I just want to see how heavy it is. Oh my gosh, this is a weighty beast. So this bad boy is actually...
But you lifted all the other stuff with it. Never mind.
Cooked in beer first, and then it's finished off in the oven. So you get this really crispy crackle. So can you hear that? It is so crispy, and I actually just want to carve into it to see how tender it is. So let's pick the spot here and just go for the carve. Oh my goodness! Whoa!
It looks like there's a lot of fat on the exterior, no?
Whoa, 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 look at that. The meat just falls apart. So that you've got that crispy crackle on the top, and it just gives way. I barely had to carve it. The meat in there looks absolutely tender. There's the fat on the outside.
I don't know about this one.
Whoa. And then you've got, as Thomas mentioned, some really crusty bread. We've got the sauces that are going to cut through the richness of the meat, and those humongous pickles. I'm really keen on getting a taste of this crackle, so what I'm going to do is just slice a bit of it off without any of that meat and just see how crispy this is. Holy moly, that is so good. You crunch into it and it's very light and crispy, and then it sort of turns a little bit sticky in your teeth. The flavour of that pork is unreal. That is so good. Let's get a bite of this meat. So I want a bit of that fat, a lot of that.
Oh, that does look good. That did fall apart.
Meat, and I'm gonna just go straight in.
Yeah, I changed my mind. I would definitely eat this.
Grab some mustard, or a whole ton of that.
Yeah,
all right.
A lot of mustard. Have some meat with your mustard.
That is insane. Wow, that meat is so rich, but it's got a beautiful flavor, and it is tender as anything. It just collapsed in my mouth. I got the perfect bite of meat and fat, and it just amazing. It was really great with that mustard too. It sort of cut through the richness of it. These pickles, look at the size of these things. They're massive. Oh yeah, very sour and vinegary. I love a good pickle. This is the perfect accompaniment with this giant beast of a golonka, because you get vinegariness of the pickle, richness of the meat.
I loved watching this golonka getting cooked. I'm gonna grab this bit here because it's got some nice fat on it, some
See, I don't know. That's a little too much fat for me.
skin in that
But the inside, you know, like the bites she was taking.
crackle. Look at that bubbly crackle. It was very neat watching it in the oven because it was very quickly popping up. So as soon as the flame hit it, almost, it just pop, exploded out, and then he'd turn it slightly, pop, it would explode out until he'd done 360 degrees of the pork knuckle and got all of that crackle just exploded all over it. Really neat to watch.
See, right there, that's what I'm talking about. Right there, that's what I'm talking about. That looks like some good meat, a lot less fat. That's for me right there.
And a flavor I love is horseradish. So look how much horseradish there is here. You're gonna take a huge lump of horseradish, dump it on the pork knuckle. I want some nice fatty but nice and juicy. Oh, heaps of horseradish on there. Oh.
This guy. I mean, come on, man. This is. It's like you have an orgasm or you enjoying the food? Which is it?
Oh, this is amazing. Man, that meat is so tender. Oh, so easy to eat. Super juicy. And with that horseradish isn't too strong. Sometimes horseradish can be quite overpowering, but that's not. It's mashed very finely, so it's nice and creamy, and it's not completely burning my mouth, even though I had quite a large amount of that horseradish. Now, Sheena has been telling me how good this crackle is, so I need a nice crackly bit of skin. Wow. Oh man, that is a beautiful piece of crackle. It's very light because it's an almost instant crackle. It's not been in the oven for hours and hours, building that crackle up slowly, so you get that very dense, chewy with a real crisp, almost a crack, like cracking a piece of a biscuit, say. That's not like that. It's much softer. It's almost like a pork chip. So it's quite soft, it's nicely aerated, and then the skin underneath still has a little bit of chew going on. So
See, this see right here? See right here? See, I'm not eating that. That's too much fat. That's a little too much fat for me. But like all this area here and this, oh yeah, I'm eating that, no doubt.
That light crackle with the chew is the perfect combination.
So knuckle.
Now I want to try a piece with mustard, a thing that I love. I love mustard as an.
Yeah, I see that. Damn. Is it just me? I mean, strong mustard, you know, like Grey Poupon. You just want to put a little bit, just a little bit. All right, enjoy your mustard.
Accompaniment, so a whole lot of that too.
Yeah, enjoy your mustard.
Wow.
Even goes, wow, to the mustard. See? I think you can give this guy a hot dog and he'd be like, oh, it's the best hot dog ever. I think they just a little bit over exaggerate. I mean, what do you think? What do you guys think? Seriously, come on. What do you think? Little bit. All right. I mean, come on.
Oh, that is incredible too. Oh, it's very vinegary, the mustard, so
Very
knocks through the fat in the pork.
Okay.
I think probably the horseradish for me was the winner after just one of each, but
You see, you wouldn't have known if one was the winner because they were both
and they were both good. And how perfect is this? So this 1.2
Now he's gonna have the beer. Oh, this beer.
kilogram knuckle.
Let's see.
Served
Can I do the beer?
classic on the board with that cutlery shoved in it. And
Do
this
the beer?
huge mug of
All
beer.
right, here we go.
Oh, it's a match made in heaven. Oh, cold
Oh,
beer,
Lord. All right.
huge fatty pork knuckle in a very traditional feeling restaurant. So, you know, the wooden panels on the walls and the
Does seem like a very comfy restaurant.
wooden
Very welcoming.
tables, and everyone's look so happy coming in here because it's so cold outside. You come in, you've got that big fire going up the back for the oven, so it's very toasty and
And it must smell amazing.
warm in here. These huge meat dishes being served, so very warming to the body and the soul. Man, this is good.
We're making our way through the skolanka and check it out. All the meat has just come
Oh, now the price went up a little bit now.
clean away from the bone.
$25 for one pork knuckle? And some pickles. Okay. I mean, it's still it's still better than what it would be here, I'm sure.
Bone. Look at this. Absolutely meat free. Wow. I'm gonna make short work of this.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna lie, people. I thought I'd be seeing at least like 10 to 20 different foods, but I saw 3, 4. I saw 4. I saw a sandwich, mushrooms and cheese. My favorite part was the beautiful soup and the 2 different kinds, you know, pork versus mincemeat with the mash. That was good. That looked delish, not gonna lie. And then this. So if you want to include the soup, 5 dishes. Okay, well, all right, well, I mean, according to them, they were delicious. They were absolutely orgasmic delicious to these 2 over here. So, but I'll wait for the real Polish people to tell me what's up. You guys will tell me the truth, right? Okay. Is it like, or is it just like, hey, that's really good. That's really tasty. It's really good. You know what I mean? There's, and there's, it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's really good. So you Polish people, you're going to tell me the truth. Okay, you tell me the truth. How delicious really is it? Is it just good? Is it just great? Or is it just, oh my God, amazing? You know what I mean? And I mean, come on, there's got to be some more food than this. I really thought I was going to see like 20 different foods, but I only saw 5. Anyway, okay. Maybe you guys will send me one with more foods, more different kinds of foods. I mean, Polish foods, like your grandmother would make. You know what I mean? That's what pierogies, you know, handmade pierogies. You know, I went to a festival. You know, I went to a street fair, not a festival. I went to a street fair about a month ago, and there was a Polish. I mean, they were Polish. They had the accent and everything, and I mean, they were Polish. There's no doubt about it. They were Polish, and they had set up their little tent, and they must have served 15 different kinds of pierogi, and at least 10 different kinds of sauerkraut. It was really, and it was like a crepe. It wasn't a crepe, but it was called I forgot what it's called, but it's like a crepe with fruit in it. Not as sweet as a crepe. It wasn't as sweet as a crepe, but it was like creamy with one had blueberry and one had strawberry. Oh my God. You guys, seriously, it was freaking delicious. Delicious. And my wife had the sauerkraut, but some weird flavored sauerkraut. Like it didn't even look like sauerkraut. She loved it. She loved it. So anyway, no, there's no doubt about it. You guys got some good food. You guys got some good food. I was really hoping I'd see more of it. That's all. This was only 5 dishes, but okay. Anyway, let's move on to the next one, shall we? Because I know you guys are gonna send me a Polish video of like 50 different foods. Okay, all right. I know you are. I know. Eventually you will. I know. So anyway, Polish food in Krakow. I thought it was Krakow, but it's Krakow. I thought it's Krakow. Don't you? Isn't a W a V? It's a F. All right, Krakow, Poland. First ever fast food. The big sandwich. I didn't understand the sandwich. Okay. Anyway, take care. Peace out. Have a good night. Until the next one.